As a result of the negative sentiment being heaped onto the sector, it feels like the market is throwing all biotech companies into the same basket, whereas in reality, there's a huge disparity of fundamental characteristics in this basket of stocks, purely dependent on the size of business, which is creating some really interesting opportunities in the coming years. While there are multiple contributing factors to the decrease in valuation in the biotech sector, the interest rate has been a significant contributor. Biotech companies have been historically heavily capital consumptive, and with interest rates a key determinant in the cost of capital, many biotech businesses' performance has been negatively impacted. It appears that global inflation has reached its peak and is slowly coming under control. The increase in interest rates should be coming to an end, and there's even talks of lowering the interest rate in the second half of 2023. This is potentially an interesting tipping point for valuations in the biotech sector, where you can becomes poised for a positive re-rating. When analysing the biotech sector, the size of the business is crucial, as the variance of the characteristics within the size of businesses are substantial. Small to microcap companies are more often than not early stage pre-revenue businesses with less than stable earnings and a riskier balance sheet. Businesses of this nature are heavily dependent on R&D spend, but with the macroeconomic trends, availability of funds has become limited, hence increasing the cost on the business. A small cap biotech business in the sweet spot would be NTI. NTI's core focus is on pediatric patients. They recently raised funds in November of last year through a capital placement, and they are fully funded to complete upcoming clinical trials with FDA approval in the pipeline. Hence, I believe the positive reactions in the share price to be incoming. All small cap biotech companies should take this same approach. In conjunction, the mature large biotech companies are the exact opposite. Due to having deep intellectual property and competitive moats, their revenue is non-discretionary. In other words, people still become sick in times of economic stress. Support is also given from local and foreign government bodies in terms of both grants and R&D rebates. A combination of all this is a stable, well-constructed balance sheet with low debt and a solid cash balance, and earning streams become predictable for the current release product suite. A prime example of this would be CSL, the third largest company on the ASX. The company operates under two segments, CSL Behring and CSL Seqirus, offering plasma therapies as well as manufacturing and distributing of products. All you need to do is look at CSL's share price over the last few years through some of the most volatile markets in recent history to see the volatility to be extremely lower than other ASX companies. While it may be considered a contrarian view, a number of factors are leading my investment thesis to suggest that at a minimum, the time to start increasing exposure to the biotech sector is approaching. Thanks for your time. I hope to hear back from you soon.